AC Butch, and let's pick up where we left off the last time. Okay, so I went into Avenue M, met everybody, got involved, bowling the pot game, so on and so forth, but that was only the beginning. I mean, this was probably the greatest time period of my life. We started going out on Saturdays, me and the clique, Roy and Bernie and Mark and Clyde, and we'd go down to Windsor Lanes on 14th Avenue, and I think it was 41st Street. And they had a bunch of kids our age that were really pretty good, that loved to bowl action, and they were backed by this platinum blonde by the name of Josie. And she ran the lunch counter there, and she loved to gamble, and she was, oh, let me tell you, a Brooklyn character like you've never seen before. And we'd bowl singles, doubles, you name it, and we did well down there, and she backed them for, I mean, to us it was big money anyway. And then they'd come to Avenue M occasionally, and we'd have home and home matches, the whole bit. And I basically was the singles bowler, and me and Bernie bowled a lot of doubles together. Me and Roy Shashow bowled, me and Mark bowled, and it was just like I said, I can't emphasize enough, greatest time period of my life. And then I started getting into a lot of gambling also. Poker, craps, you name it, the track. Going to the track at a very young age. Okay, not at 13, I started a little bit later on. And bowling action. I can't say enough about it. I mean, I lived in the lanes. Oh yeah, I literally lived there. I'd say 7 days a week. Every spare moment I had, I was either hanging out there, shooting the shit with the guys. Great stories, especially when Mac and Stoop finally got there. They weren't there at the beginning. The big guns then were these two guys by the name of Mark and Red. And they were pretty good. I mean, I thought they were great at the time. But when Mac and Stoop came on the scene, Avenue M just completely changed. Oh yeah. Howie Fishfish, the owner, grabbed the hold of him one day, and I don't think they needed him to back him, but he volunteered to back him to bring the action into Avenue M. And the idea was to get a lot of lanes going, and how we would get all of that money, so on and so forth, in off-time periods late at night, because M was open 24/7. And Mac and Stoop did it. Let me tell you something. They started bringing in big name bowlers, and they were going against them and holding their own and winning a lot of the matches. The money started getting big, and slowly it got to a point that almost every night of the week, except for Saturdays, which usually was Central Lanes, the big action, every other night of the week, Avenue M from about 12, 1 o'clock on until 5, 6, 7 in the morning was packed. I mean, I'm talking about hundreds of people in there every night, both sides going. Sometimes all 28 lanes had matches going. It was action heaven. What else can I say? It was action heaven. But the problem I had was I heard all of these stories, but I wasn't allowed out. I still had the problem with my father, strict, and I'd be home laying in bed just dreaming about what was going on. Couldn't wait to get to the alleys the next day to hear the stories. And when they came from Mac, great storyteller, and Stoop, I mean, they would sit there and for hours would just listen to everything that they've pulled in their life. Everything from the matches the night before to them going out drinking, whoring around, you name it. And but finally it changed. One night, I was laying in my bed and I just couldn't take it anymore. I mean, it must have been about 2 o'clock in the morning, and the sugar plums were dancing in my head. I had to get there. I had to see what was going on. All these people, names that I heard of that were like legends. I mean, I'm talking about the legends. Everybody from Iggy Russo to Sis Montavano to the guys from Long Island. They came in from the whole East Coast, let me tell you. So what do? I take my bed and I stuff it with pillows and blankets underneath, and I make believe there's a body in there. I climb out the back window. I go down the peach tree, and I left a note that I was going fishing. Supposedly this day, well, there wasn't any school, so that was the thing. And I left this message. I left early to go fishing with my friend. Yeah. Anyway, now I'm walking there in the middle of the night, and my heart is pounding. I can't explain what was going through me. Now finally I go to 5 blocks or so, 6 blocks to Avenue M, and the way it works is there's like a bend there, and this was on Dale Road. When you finally come to the crisscross, you see the L train and you see Avenue M there. I didn't know what to expect. I didn't know, but anyway, when I first see what's going on, my eyes, I couldn't believe it. I mean, I'm talking about all the floodlights from Avenue M on, cars parked, double parked, up and down Avenue M. The little parking they had in front on McDonald Avenue, totally taken. People outside. I finally get to the door. There's guys on the interior doorway just talking. Now, I go in, and the whole place was packed with people. Packed, let me tell you. And I'm looking around, and my heart is pumping, and it was just almost too much for me. I walk upstairs to go to the men's room. I had to go bad. Right in the locker room, crap games going, this, that, the other thing. I come back downstairs, and who's on this lane, who's on that lane? Bert Goodman, Iggy Russo, Joe Santini, you name it. Name bowlers, all kinds of money being bet. Well, it happened. It meant only one thing. I died and I went to action heaven, I mean. But I actually couldn't draw it in the right way. It was too much. It was too much to behold. I actually had to come back the next night when I was a little less excited. And we'll talk about that next time around. Okay. See you a bit later.